So, hey bookwormies, welcome back to my channel. Today, I am going to be showing you guys my full TBR, full-on TBR, okay guys? And you guys later, please tell me what books you would like to see me read from this whole list, okay? You guys ready? Okay, good. So, as you guys can see now, this is my screen. I have a lot of books on Goodreads that I want to read, okay guys? I have these 69 books, okay guys, don't judge me. Some of them are like the first and second book, the third and fourth, whatever, like they're more than one part of a series. But most of them, almost all of them, are just like one book. Like here, as you guys can see, like this is only the first book of it, okay? So, first book we have is Skander and the Unicorn Thief. So, here it is, Skander and the Unicorn Thief by A.F. Steedman. This is the first book in the Skander series, I think it is called, the series. So this is in Goodreads, it's rated 4.11 stars, which is pretty good, I find it, guys, as you can see over here. Let me read you guys the first paragraph of the bubble. I'm not going to read the whole thing, okay? Soar into a breathtaking world of heroes and unicorns as you've never seen them before in this fantastical middle grade debut. Perfect for fans of the Percy Jackson and Aragon series. If you guys do not know, I am a big Percy Jackson fan. I will say that much. So this is like fantasy, middle grade, fiction, magic, adventure, children's book. Yeah, it was published in April 28th of 2022. So that's pretty nice. It's pretty new, only like 3 years ago. Okay, next book in my TBR is Fireborn by Aisling Fowler, but this is 4.16 stars, so more stars than the first book. But this is just like everybody's opinions, so some opinions can be like weird, some be like you don't know. So yeah. Okay, the first paragraph. Lyra Lucy Percy. Once in a generation, a hero emerges whose story enthralls readers worldwide. Okay, so this is a fantasy middle grade, it's fine, adventure, children's book, magic. Okay, so this was in 2021, so a bit newer, October 5th, to be exact. I really like, guys, I don't know about you, but I really love these covers, like, just look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? I don't know, guys. Don't judge me. I just really like it. The first one. Check out my reading mail gift for a magic week off reading vlog where I talk about Fireborn, a very promising start of the series that is filled with excitement, adventure, and darkness. There's so much so much to love. Next, The Hatmakers by Tamsin Merchant and Paula Escobar, but that's the illustrator, which is really weird why they put the name there, but you know what, I'm not gonna judge it. I really love all these covers. I don't understand, like cute romance books, like rom-coms and stuff, and these like kind of like middle grade. I don't know why, but many of them have such cute covers, guys. Okay, so this is 4.04 stars, pretty nice. Quite a lot of ratings and quite a lot of reviews. Okay, the first paragraph. Cordelia comes from a long line of magical milliners. What's that mean, guys? Okay, wait. Milliners. Meaning, guys, don't judge me. A person who makes or sells women's hats. Oh, okay, makes sense. Good to tell me that right away. Okay. From a line of magical milliners who weave alchemy and enchantment into every hat. In Cordelia's world, crafting items such as hats, cloaks, watches, boots, and gloves from magical ingredients is a rare and ancient skill, and only a few special maker families remain. Pretty nice, but it is a bit simple. It's also middle grade, guys, yes, because at the start I have like middle grade stuff. Yes. Fantasy, I love fantasy. If you guys don't know, I am a lover of fantasy. Some people say it's kind of hard to get into a world. It depends on what world. Some fantasy books are very easy to read through, but some are like harder. So yeah, that's something. Next we have magic, historical fiction, mystery, fiction, children. Yeah, nice. I love this cover, guys. It's so cute. Next, Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This, guys, I have heard about this book so many times. I just want to read it. There are reasons for most of these books that are here, but many of them are just because I like it. Just because I like it, okay, guys? So do not judge me. But third of class, I want to read it. I just know it. And it got a Goodreads Choice Award. Nominee for Best Young Adult Fantasy and Science Fiction in 2012. So yeah, this was published in 2012. It's kind of old, but it's good. It has 4.19 stars, which is pretty good, guys. I'll tell you, there are big communities and there's many reviews and many ratings. Much more than The Hatmaker than the first 3 books. So honestly, guys, I am pretty much, like, it's pretty good success. So I really want to read this. Okay, let's read the first paragraph. In a land without magic, where the king rules with an iron hand, an assassin is summoned to the castle. She comes not to kill the king, but to win her freedom. If she defeats 23 killers, 23, such a specific number. If she defeats 23 killers, thieves, and warriors in a competition, she is released from prison to serve as the king's champion. Her name is Selena Sardothane. A very specific name, but I like it. It's really captivating. Next up, we have The Maze Runner by James Dashner. This is the first book also of a series. This has 4.05 stars, many ratings, and many reviews, as you guys can see. So it's pretty good actually for it. But I'm not really sure if I want to read it anymore. I don't know, but like it sounds good, but then when I think about reading it, I'm like, yeah, no. I don't know why. I have this weird. Okay, if you ain't, so this is it, okay, guys? I'm gonna read the blurb. If you ain't scared, you ain't human. When Thomas wakes up in the lift, the only thing he can remember is his name. He's surrounded by strangers, boys whose memories are also gone. Nice to meet ya, Shank. Welcome to the Glade. Next up, we are gonna go to The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. Okay, I'm sorry for that. This has one of the highest scores, like highest ratings I have seen in any of the books on my list of my TBR. This is probably the highest one. But guys, I know that Brandon Sanderson is like a super big author that's like really known. Like he just like people call him like the king of fantasy. The king of fantasy is over here, guys. And so I really want to read his books. Okay, guys. So this is one of the series I want to read. It's kind of thick. I have the book actually, guys, so I want to read it. It's in my book cart actually, guys. If you haven't seen me make my book corner, the one that I've been my dream book corner, then go watch the video with that thumbnail. You guys should watch it. Yes. Okay. So let me read the first paragraph. Mistborn. For 1,000 years, the ash fell and no flowers bloomed. For 1,000 years, that's a long time, the Ska slaved in misery and lived in fear. For 1,000 years, the Lord Ruler, the sliver of infinity, reigned with absolute power and ultimate terror, divinely invincible. Then, when hope was so long lost that not even its memory remained, a terrible, scarred, heartbroken half-Ska rediscovered it in the depths of the Lord Ruler's most hellish prison. Kelsier snapped and found in himself the power of a Mistborn, a brilliant thief, and natural leader. He turns his talents to the ultimate caper, with the Lord Ruler himself as the mark. And it was published in 2006, so it's very old. One day. Okay, next, The Bridge Kingdom by Daniel L. Jensen. I've heard about this book, and I just decided why not bring it in. It has 4.06 stars, pretty good for it. Okay, this is the first paragraph, very small one. A warrior princess trained in isolation. Lara is driven by two certainties. The first is that King Aaron of the Bridge Kingdom is her enemy, and the second is that she'll be the one to bring him to his knees. Ooh, sounds nice. I like it. Okay, so this was published in 2018. So not super old, but not super young. Next up, we have Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. This has also been a book that has kind of blown up everywhere. I've seen it a lot. And I just want to read it, guys. It's simple thoughts. I just want to read it. It's 4.17 stars. Pretty good. Many ratings, many reviews. Okay, let's read it. When the patriarch of the Belanger Empire dies, his son Jace becomes its new leader. Even nearby kingdoms bow to the strength of its outlaw family, who have always governed by their own rules. But a new era looms on the horizon, set in motion by a young queen, which makes her the target of the dynasty's resentment and anger. It's a fantasy romance too, guys. Fantasy romance is great. I just want to read this. It was in 2018, also 5 years ago. Pretty far away. But yeah, that's nice. Okay, let's move on to the next one. A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This cover is so cute. I love the covers. So many fantasy and like usually romance, but some fantasies can be so intricate and so beautiful. I don't understand how they do it. 4.48 stars. That's the same as Mistborn, no guys? Born shrouded in the veil of the primals. Interesting name. A maiden as the fates promised. Serafina Mirel's future has never been hers. Very interesting name, very original. Chosen before birth to uphold the desperate deal her ancestors struck to save his people, Sarah must leave behind her life and offers herself to the primal death as his consort. Sounds nice. I find that really like intricate and cool. That's kind of like a runaway princess is giving me vibes. I don't know why, guys. Okay. Fantasy romance and new adult. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Oh my god, it's like 2 years ago. That's actually a pretty new book. Next, The Chalice of the God. Guys, third book in this video that has 4.48 stars. That's crazy, guys. Alright, let's read it. Percy Jackson, modern day, son of Poseidon, is just trying to get through high school after saving the world multiple times by battling monsters, titans, and giants. Percy is now settling in at Alternative High School in New York, where he hopes to finally have a normal senior year. We'll see how it goes. So this is fantasy mythology. Kind of middle grade, but I love Rick Riordan's books, so I'm okay with it being middle grade. Young adult and Greek mythology. Yes, this book is out, but it's very new. It's September 26, 2023, guys. Next up, we have Witherward by Hannah Mathewson, yeah. 3.87 stars. Yes, this is a bit less, but first of all, cover, beauty. I don't know why. I just really like the idea of how it is. Like, welcome to the Witherward, and to a London that is not quite like our own. Here, it's summertime in February. The underground is a cavern of wonders, and magic fills the streets. But this London is a city divided, split between 6 rival magic factions, each with their own extraordinary talents. And the elf of the changelings, Gideon Ravenswood, has gone rogue, threatening the fragile accords that have held London together for decades. Okay, fantasy, historical, romance, young adult. Pretty nice sounds. 2021, 2 years ago. Not that old. Okay. Stop what you're doing and read this book. I will, one day. And you guys tell me if I should. Okay, next, We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faizal. So this has a Goodreads Choice Award, nominee for Best Debut Novel in 2019, and nominee for the Best Novel, Adult Fantasy, and Science Fiction in 2019. People lived because she killed. People died because he lived. Nice! That sounds really good for a first sentence. I'm not going to read the rest, guys. Fantasy, young adult, romance, high fantasy, pretty good. It was in 2019, so not super long ago, but not that young. Next, Forging Silver into Stars. This is another book that has pretty much blown up. This is by Bridget Kemmerer. This book, I'm not sure, maybe it's just me, and I just find like the weirdest books. But this book has kind of blown up around the place. And the cover, guys, I cannot express my love for these covers. 4.18 stars, pretty good. Many ratings, many reviews. All fair in love. Fantasy, young adult, romance, and magic. Nice. And LGBT. This was in 2022, 1 year ago. Nice, pretty good. Next up, A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I've heard many things about V.E. Schwab. I don't know how great he is or how bad he is, but he has blown up in some places around the place. It's like doo-doo-doo. So I just heard about him and I saw this book and it sounded pretty intriguing. And it got a Goodreads Choice Award, guys. So why not? For the best fantasy in 2015. The rating is 4.06 stars. Pretty good. Many ratings, many reviews. Pretty good, actually. Okay, this. Kel is one of the last Antari magicians with a rare, coveted ability to travel between parallel Londons. Red, gray, white, and once upon a time, black. Ooh, so there's like different like fantasy, young adult, magic, and adult and adventure. Pretty nice. In 2015 it was published, so kind of old, but it's still not super old. There are older books than this. Next up, Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. Can we just appreciate for 1 second, guys? This cover. It looks so so detailed. I love it, guys. I have this feeling with books. 3.91 stars. Pretty nice. Many reviews, many ratings. Oh, guys, this sounds so good. Two sisters run brutal murder, a quest for vengeance that will unleash hell itself, and an intoxicating romance. A romance, guys. Romance and fantasy, and a quest for vengeance. Brutal murder. Two sisters. I don't know why, but that sounds so interesting, guys. Okay, I say for all of them because they're my TBR, guys. If they're my TBR, because I want to read them. I don't know. Okay, this fantasy, romance, young adult, pretty nice, with witches and mystery. Ooh, that sounds so nice. I actually kind of want to read this more, guys. Okay, in 2020, that's 3 years ago. Not bad, not too old. Okay, next. Chain of Thorns, the third book in the Last Hour series by Cassandra Clare. Okay, guys, I have read most of the Shadowhunter series by Cassandra Clare. I have not read a few, though. This third book, I'm just trying to find an audiobook. I don't know where to find it, guys, but because I don't really feel like reading it. I don't know. This one series, the Last Hour series, I've been really binging it, listening to the audiobook, and I've been trying to find the audiobook for this book, and I can't find it anywhere. But yeah, so I'm still waiting. 4.05 stars, pretty good. Many ratings, many reviews. Okay, James and Cordelia must save London and their marriage. In this conclusion to the Last Hours series from author Cassandra Clare, Chain of Thorns is a Shadowhunters novel. I know that already. Fantasy, young adult, romance. Like, this series has been one of my least favorite. I don't know. Like, I've been more binging it audiobook version. I don't know why. 2023. It's very, pretty new. January, though, so they're newer books. Next. The Shadows Between Us. This has been another book that kind of blew up everywhere. At least I've seen it blown up. It's by Tricia Levenseller. It's 3.85 stars. I thought it was higher. Well, it's fine. It's fine. I still want to read it, guys. This actually has a Goodreads Choice Award for the nominee for Best Young Adult Novel, Best Young Adult Fantasy and Science Fiction in 2020. Ooh, I just like this part, this fragment. So Alessandra is tired of being overlooked, but she has a plan to gain power. Woo the Shadow King, marry him, and kill him and take his kingdom for herself. Every girl wants to do that, right, guys? It's a fantasy, romance, and a young adult book and magic. It was in 2020, so not so old. Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. This is 4.28 stars, many ratings, many reviews. Once upon a time, there was a horrible girl. That sounds good. Guys, the cover kind of reminds me of Red Riding Hood, no? This is fantasy, young adult, retelling, and romance. Romance LGBT. This was made in 2021, so not that long ago, but also not that close. 4 stars, the first thing I see. Pretty nice. Next, Graceling by Kristen Kishore. 4.07 stars, and this has quite a lot of ratings, quite a lot of reviews. Kat has been able to kill with her bare hands since she was 8. 8, guys. 8. She's a Grizzling, one of the rare people in her land born with an extreme skill. As niece of the king, not bad. She shouldn't be able to live a life of privilege, but graced as she is with killing, she is forced to work as the king's thug. Fantasy, young adult, romance, adventure, pretty nice. I don't see this really known everywhere. Next up, we have Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. This is the second book, actually, from the Red Rising saga, but I have not read the first. I put the second book here, guys, but I did not read the first. There's this Goodreads Choice Award for the Best Science Fiction in 2015. Yes, it's a science fiction. Let me read you guys the first paragraph. As a Red, Darrow grew up working the mines deep beneath the surface of Mars. And during back-breaking labor while dreaming of the better future he was building for his descendants. But the society he faithfully served was built on lies. Darrow's kind is being betrayed and denied by their elitist masters, the Golds. And their only path to liberation is revolution. And so Darrow sacrifices himself in the name of the greater good by which Ale, his true love and inspiration, laid down her own life. He becomes a Gold, infiltrating their privileged realm so that he can destroy it from within. Ooh. Science fiction, fantasy, dystopian, young adult, pretty nice. 2015, kind of old, but it's okay. First one is 5 stars, that's pretty nice. Next up, These Hollow Vowels by Lexi Ryan. 4.01 stars, pretty good. Many ratings, many reviews. I feel like this cover, like the 2 men on the sides, kind of gives a love triangle vibe. I don't know. Goodreads Choice Award, the nominee for the Best in Adult Fantasy and Science Fiction in 2021. So, Bree hates the Fae and refuses to have anything to do with them, and even if that means starving on the street. But when her sister is sold to the sadistic king of the Unseelie court to pay a debt, she'll do whatever it takes to get her back, including making a deal with the king himself to steal 3 magical relics from the Seelie court. Fantasy, romance, young adult, and fae. Pretty nice. And it was made in 2021, or published in 2021. Pretty nice. The first rating is a 5. Oh, nice. Okay, good. Next, we have The Habit by J.R.R. Tolkien, Douglas A. Anderson, and Michael Haig, which is the illustrator, and another illustrator, Jemima Catlin. So technically, this is by 2 authors and 2 illustrators for the cover. The cover really looks cute. I actually have the book here. It's so cute. It's like smaller than the original size. It's so cute. This is 4.28 stars. Many ratings. Well, a lot of ratings, many reviews. Okay. In a hole in the ground, there lived a hobbit. Not a nasty, dirty, wet hole filled with the ends of worms and an oozy smell. Nor yet a dry, bare, sandy hole with nothing in it to sit down or to eat. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort. I'm not really sure about exactly what they mean by a hobbit hole, but it's okay. Fantasy, classic. I want to read one classic, and that's my classic. Adventure, fiction, young adult, high fantasy, pretty nice. 1937, very old book, very, very old book, but I want to read it. It's so many people rave about it because it's a classic. A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. This is the 3rd book in the trilogy. I have read the first 2 books, and if you guys have not seen if you guys have read the first 2 books, but have not seen my video talking about my theory talk for this 3rd book, go watch it now, guys. What are you doing here? Go watch it if you haven't. If you have, stay here. If you haven't, go there and then come back. Okay? So, I really want to read this, and I'm planning on reading it soon. So, guys, just so you know, get ready. Okay, so this is 4.26 stars already. Many ratings, many reviews, though it came out like a few days ago, like October 24th, guys, of 2023. Very close by. This is 2 villains, 1 girl, and a deadly battle for happily ever after. I love it. Okay. So fantasy, romance, young adult, fantasy, romance, really nice. Like this, Stephanie Garber has kind of blown up around here. I found Book Talk and stuff, and Book 2. 5 stars. First thing I see, so that's good. Next, Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. This is another book by Brandon Sanderson that I put here because I've been hearing so many things about it. I want to read it, and it's 4.3 stars, so that's pretty good. Many ratings, many reviews. So there's 1 review, so it's good. Their world is one of those who die in glory, return as gods to live confined to a pantheon in Halandran's capital city, and where a power known as biochromatic magic. Wow, guys, this is so sciencey. Is based on an essence known as breath that can only be collected 1 unit at a time from individual people. Fantasy, high fantasy, epic fantasy, adult, fiction, nice. And 2009, kind of old, but you know, The Hobbit is even older. The first book is 4.5. The first rating is 4.5 stars. Pretty good. Next up, Vicious by V.E. Schwab, 4.22 stars. Many ratings, many reviews. This is another book by V.E. Schwab because why not? I don't know. I've heard so many things, and this sounds super good. Nominated for the best fantasy in 2013. Pretty nice. A masterful tale of ambition, jealousy, desire, and superpowers. Pretty nice. Fantasy, science fiction, adult, paranormal, and urban fantasy and young adults. Yeah. 2013, kind of old, but not too old. And 5 stars. Nice. Plenty of humans were monsters, and plenty of monsters knew how to play at being human. Ooh, that's so good. Next. Okay, so guys, this is like nothing almost. This is because the book has not come yet, and we barely know anything about it, but I'm so excited for this. If you guys don't know, I am obsessed with Shannon Messenger. I love her books, especially the Keeper of the Lost City series, which is the only series I've read, but it's like the 10th book that's going to come out. We don't know the name, we don't know the title, we don't know exact dates. This is an expected publication. We don't know, it might be later, it might be earlier. But yeah, we're not going to look at the ratings because everybody's going to be like, hey, I'm so excited for this book. Yeah, so it's not yet. Fantasy, middle grade, fiction, pretty nice. We don't even know exactly like the why we've been yet. It's so much. Like, guys, the expected publication is in November 1st of 2024. Like a year away from now. Yeah, tomorrow's going to, oh my god. Yeah, it's like almost exactly a year from now. If I read 10 books and a Sokeef is not, okay. No, we're not going to read that because that's a spoiler. Yeah. Next up, The Near Witch by Victoria Schwab. Same last name as V.E. Schwab. I don't know, this is really weird, but The Near Witch sounds so nice. The Near Witch is only an old story told to frighten children. 3.66 stars. Kind of seems scary. I don't know. Fantasy, paranormal, witches, romance, and magic. And it was published in 2011, kind of old, but not too old. Next, we have El Origen de la Escuela del Bien y del Mal, / The Origin of the School for Good and Evil, by Soman Chainani. This is like the prequel for the School for Good and Evil series. I have not read the whole series, but I just want to read this one book in Spanish, hopefully. This is 4.07 stars, but I actually started a bit, but then DNF'd it. Tell me if I should read it, if you guys recommend it. But, I'm not really sure about this, okay? Nominated for Best Middle Grade in Children's, 2022. 2 brothers, one good, one bad, and together they like look over the forest of the infinite forest. Fantasy, middle grade, fiction, young adult, magic, adventure. Pretty nice. 2022, not too old. Next up, The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I've heard about this book quite a lot. But I feel like, I don't know if this is this book or a different book, that I've heard that it's kind of dark. Scary. Okay, 3.64 stars, many ratings, many reviews. The Alexandrian Society, caretakers of lost knowledge from the great civilizations of antiquity, are the foremost secret society of magical academicians in the world. Those who earn a place among the Alexandrians will secure a life of wealth, power, and prestige beyond their wildest imaginations. In each decade, only the 6 most uniquely talented magicians are selected to be considered for initiation. That sounds actually so fantasy heavy. It gives me a bit of Hogwarts vibes, but not really. I kind of want to read this more now, guys. Tell me if I should read it, guys, down below. Fantasy fiction, adult, LGBTQ, mystery, magic. Pretty nice. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Another book by V.E. Schwab. I don't know. This sounds super nice, but I'm not sure now. So, nominated for Best Fantasy in 2020, actually. 4.2 stars. Pretty good. Many ratings, many reviews. Look, France, 1714. In a moment of desperation, a young woman makes a Faustian bargain to live forever and is cursed to be forgotten by everyone she meets. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm actually kind of sad for her. Okay, fantasy, romance, fiction, historical, and adult. In 2020 was so pretty young book. So next up we have Song of the Forever Rains by E.J. Mello. This has 3.97 stars, pretty good. Many ratings, many reviews. So, the Thief Kingdom is a place hidden within the world of Adlior. Pretty original name, guys. I'm kind of interested what it means. Many whisper of its existence, but few have found this place. Where magic and pleasure abound, there the mysterious Thief King reigns, supreme with the help of the Mosaic, a trio of revered and feared sorceresses. Fantasy, romance, young adult, fiction, magic. Pretty nice. It was in 2021, so it's not that old, guys. Next we so the first one, this is a very relaxed fantasy. I like sometimes relaxed fantasies, so if I kind of want to binge something, this might be the one to go with. Next we have Fable by Adrian Young, 4.04 stars, many ratings, many reviews like last time. A Goodreads Choice Award, and we always love those. Nominated for Best Young Adult Fantasy and Science Fiction in 2020. For 17-year-old Fable, the daughter of the most powerful trader in the Narrows, the sea is the only home she has ever known. It's been 4 years since the night she watched her mother drown during an unforgiving storm. I'm sorry for this girl. The next day, her father abandoned her on a legendary island filled with thieves and little food. To survive, she must keep to herself, learn to trust no one, and rely on the unique skills her mother taught her. The only thing that keeps her going is the goal of getting off the island, finding her father, and demanding her rightful place beside him and his crew. To do so, Fable enlists the help of a young trader named West to get her off the island and across the Narrows to her father. It's a fantasy, young adult, romance, pirates. I like this pirates adventure thing. I really like that. 2020, so it's not that old. Next, Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. This has been one that I've heard about from time to time. It wasn't like a super high thing everybody's been talking about, but it's been pretty big. Yeah, this one 3.64 stars, many ratings, many reviews, and this is so nice. I like this. About 3 things I was absolutely positive. First, Edward was a vampire. Second, there was a part of him, and I didn't know how dominant that part might be, that thirsted for my blood. And third, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him. Oh, that actually sounds so cool. Ooh, Twilight is a love story with a bite. Here it is, guys. It sounds kind of interesting. Yeah, it was in 2005. It's about paranormal, vampire, romance, fantasy. Pretty nice. I like this idea. Let's see, what's the first rating? Is it 1 star? Is it hidden because of spoilers? So yeah, very good. Marked by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. 2.81 stars, many ratings, quite a lot of ratings, quite a lot of reviews. After Vampire Tracker marks her with a crescent moon on her forehead, 16-year-old Zoe Redbird enters the House of Night and learns that she is no average fledgling. She has been marked as special by the vampire goddess Nyx and has affinities for all 5 elements: air, fire, water, earth, and spirit. Never heard about this spirit element. But she's not the only fledgling at the House of Night. with special powers when she discovers that the leader of the Dark Daughters, the school's most elite club, is misusing her goddess-given gifts. Zoe must look deep within herself for the courage to embrace her destiny with a little help from her new vampire friends, or nerd herd, as Aphrodite calls them. Ooh, sounds cute. Young adult fantasy, vampires too, and romance and supernatural. In 2007, kind of old. 1 star. Okay, yeah. Read about half of it, hated it. I'm returning the rest to the library. Well, that's kind of sad. Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. 4.06 stars. Quite a lot of ratings, quite a lot of reviews. Nice. Goodreads Choice Award for the nominee for the Best Young Adult Fantasy and Science Fiction in 2019. Okay, all sorcerers are evil. Elizabeth has known that as long as she has known anything. Raised as a foundling in one of Ostremuir's great libraries, Elizabeth has grown up among the tools of sorcery, magical groymers that whisper on shelves and rattle beneath iron chains. If provoked, they transform into grotesque monsters of ink and leather. She hopes to become a warden, charged with protecting the kingdom from their power. It sounds like really fantasy. Guys, just so you know, warning, as you guys have already seen, probably most or all of the books are fantasy books because I am a fantasy girly, guys. So if you come here hoping for me to read mysteries, you might see it like once or twice in your life, but fantasy, you'll see it almost every day with me. So it's a fantasy, romance, magic, really cute. 2019, not so old, not so young. Nice. So guys, this is the end to this today's video. But guys, if you may noticed, this is not 69 books that I've talked about. Only like halfway through, guys. And that is because I have a very long list. And I don't want to bore you guys with hours. So, and I'll see you guys maybe like soon, and you'll have part 2, guys, of my TBR list. Guys, I don't want to bore you for hours, so, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Bye!